Hi, and welcome to Module 9, Legacy Activation and Identity Normalization. And so, quote of the day is playfulness is the natural state. So, your future is inevitable. Normalize the new you while staying in a place of wonder. This comes from the concept of being childlike, being wonder filled. So, childlike wonder is not something that a kid tries to do, it's just how kids are. And, and honestly, we have so much to learn from kids because they're still in their innocence, they're still in their authenticity, which is ultimately what we were taught. It was trained out of us. But the truth is that that is our natural state. So it could be like the example of kids love to play, they love to imagine, they love to create, they love to have fun, and they are constantly wonder filled. um, and a good example is, the kid who is playing like he's raking the leaves, and his father is frustrated while he's trying to actually rake the leaves because his kid's making a mess. It's like we get so caught up in the to-do list that we forget the being. We forget the playfulness. We forget that the whole reason we went down the exploration of career or lifestyle choices or whatever it is that it was something in it that was relatively exciting to us. And to the degree of separation could be, impress or look a certain way to our parents. But at the end of the day, that's just a belief system that was passed down. And so it's not actually authentic to who we are, which is our child self, our childhood self. Our child self has not left us. You know, um, we may be X years old, but at the end of the day, part of us is still that childhood self that wants to experience wonder, that wants to be playful. And so when I say identity normalization, we don't necessarily want it to become mundane. We want it to be wonder filled. But identity normalization comes through allowing to normalize the new you while allowing yourself to just be and just start acting through the law of assumption in this space. And so, quantum confidence and grounded embodiment moving through life as if it just is. So, you don't get clear and then move forward on the path. You move forward on the path. You move forward, and then the path becomes clear. The confidence and the groundedness and embodiment of what you are doing is the same. Confidence is just the same as a negative expression showing you when you're not in alignment. Confidence is a byproduct of alignment. It's a byproduct of actually moving through life in a way that is in alignment with your authentic self. It allows you to have a feedback loop of knowing that you're doing something that was designed for you, that's in alignment for you. So, so allowing yourself, you don't need the confidence actually initially to move forward on your path. As you move forward on your path, the confidence is built through being and taking immediate action, taking aligned action on your path. So next is normalize success and being in your power, being visible, visibility, and wealth. So a couple really good quantum statements that I have for this normalization is money is a renewable resource and comes to me easily. And a cool thing that you can do with this is allow this to be in a space where you're going to get exposed to it a lot. What's the space you go to every day? Your bathroom mirror, okay? Put a sticky note, write some quotes that feel good to you. Your phone background, your journal, your notebook, your calendar, whatever it is. Write these in a place where they're going to be imprinting, because then it's doing the work for you. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to read it. If it is in your line of sight, it's being seen, it is being imprinted. And so another thing is use quotes that feel authentic to you, but to your soul. So it doesn't have to be verbatim these words, but something along this line. So money is a renewable resource and comes to me easily. You must create your own identity, otherwise you will always suffer the one that was created for you. Wealth, health, security, peace, joy, and freedom are my birthright. Money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple revenue streams. The most divine appointments are always finding me. And this one has been especially prominent for me lately. All of these have been, but especially this one. The divine appointments, when we allow, it just happens. And I am happy, healthy, and whole. I take my love with me wherever I go. Simple. Good. And I can say, using my own life as evidence, that these work. And so legacy through being, not doing. So legacy as a byproduct of authenticity. And like, a good example could be Stoicism or Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was not thinking about his legacy 10,000, 500, 2,000, whatever years in the future. He was just living in his purpose, and he was creating from a multi-potentialite aspect. I mean, he created all sorts of things. And another good example, probably more resonant with myself, is a man named Rudolf Steiner in the mid-1800s. He wasn't thinking about, what are people going to think about me in 150 years? He was just living in his truth, and he was allowing life and outer intention and spirit to move through him. And he was the one who created biodynamic farming, Waldorf schools of education, the philosophical thought forms or philosophical think tanks of anthroposophy, anthroposophical art. He did geometrical architecture, like all sorts of stuff, mystical schools. The list goes on. But it's because he was living his authentic self. He was living in his authentic timeline that allowed him to do that. So that's it for Module 9. And so we have a bunch of links below that allow you to kind of go deeper into this work and really try it on to see how it feels in your own life. But I can assure you, the more you actually start to implement these things into your life, it will make a quantum difference. So I really appreciate y'all for trusting me and for being here and for showing up for yourselves. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what this holds for you in your future. So look forward to continuing the journey.
Hey guys, David here. So thank you again for tuning into this video series. I really appreciate having you here today. If this information, this wisdom resonates with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, pass this on to someone you feel like might resonate with this information. As well as I have a option for donations here in the description. And so if that's something you feel called to, the donations really just kind of help further my ability to share this online education and to increase the quality and capacity to continue to do this. So really grateful to have you here and look forward to continuing the journey together.